Hi guys, happy Friday. Holy cold, it is freezing, and I had to mow in this, so yeah, I look pretty, a little crazy. But yeah, it's very cold. So, alright, on to part 2 of whatever I was going on about yesterday. Tools of the Cunning. So, now, okay, this is in pure traditional Cornish witchcraft, so. Now, being out in the land, listening, watching, becoming not only provides access to the most useful of tools, wisdom and the natural forces of the serpent, the waters and the winds. Yeah, definitely the winds today, wow. It is also equips the witch with many of the physical tools that, are practical aids to the working of magic and the cunning arts. So, the tools of traditional witch will often be found whilst, that's the word, walking the land, so natural materials not only contain the very spirit or sprawl, which is the energy in the land, of the landscape in which they were found, they may also more easily become a vessel and conduit for magical forces employed and directed, and the working sprawl of the practitioner. So that is how you find your tools. I mean, it's very simple to find them. Then we have sticks. Yep, sticks. So the most important of stick form tools would be the personal staff kept nearly by all cunning folk. So it is known in Cornwall as the gwelin, and often features a forked top to represent the horned one. So yes, just like our regular staff with the fork or the horseshoe with the candle in the middle. So the dualities of nature, right? The dualities of nature and power flowing from the depths to the heights. So it is a very useful multi-purpose tool kept with many practitioners wherever they go. So it is a companion when walking in the land, where it may be a useful tool to gather and store land sprout. So as the true witch's wand, yeah, that came from Wicca. It may be used to direct energy, to banish unwanted influences and spirits, and to conjure helpful ones. It is used to mark out and conjure the working circle, and stood in the ground forms the altar. Okay, I wrote that weird, and a bridge between the worlds. So stood within the center of the circle, the witch's staff connects earth and sky, giving the witch access to the virtues of the upper and the lower worlds. And those of the cross-quarter ways. So this is when you're conjuring both everything, the crossroads and all of the elementals, spirits, virtues. So the virtues, powers of spirits, and influences of specific cardinal directions are accessed when the staff is stood at certain points of the circle's edge. So now we have virtues of woods of working staves. Yeah, I am too windy. So, alder. It's of a fiery nature. Alder is bronze wood of fiery and divine oracular vision. So it aids also workings of defensive magic and strength. Now we have ash. The ash is of airy virtue. It is associated heavily in Cornish and West Country lore with healing and regenerative magic. So, the ash aids also workings of spirit, passage between the worlds, and drawing forth the virtues of the 6 ways. Thus, it is often the wood of choice for the peller's main staff. I love ash. It works very well. It's a very good kind of wood. Now we have birch. So it's also of an airy virtue and of earth, particularly when employed as the brush of the traditional crafter's broom. That's very true. So, the birch offers a wood that aids purification, the initiation of inception, birth, and fertility. Alright, now we have blackthorn. The feared and formidable blackthorn is of fiery nature, associated within the Cornish craft with bocadoo. It is employed to aid workings of blasting, defensive magic, setting strong boundaries, toad magic, and the rites of the new moon. Now we have elder. So it's of a watery virtue. Elder is of aid to workings of protection, exorcising illness, and spirit conjuration. Gorse, the furs is of a fiery nature. It provides a wood to aid water workings of purification, the conjuration of fair weather, and I wish I could do that right now, and the discovering of useful information. So I love this. I really wish you guys would read this book. It's so amazing. Now we have hawthorn. So the white thorn is of a fiery virtue and is associated with the rites of May's Eve, Bukakwitter. It also deals with, it aids also dealings with spirit, folk, and workings of fertility, but is not to be employed as a walking staff, or it may invite ill luck upon your journeys. So now we have hazel, which is of a fiery virtue. So the hazel is traditionally of aid to the practices of divination and the, what did I even write here? Acquiring of wisdom, inspiration, and visions. Holly. So the dark holly is of a fiery virtue. It is of aid to rites and workings of death and rebirth, and of exorcism, defensive magic, the overcoming of wrongdoers, and fiery potency. Now we have oak, which is of fiery virtue. The oak is of aid to solar rites and magic, and to workings of strength, steadfastness, wisdom, power, and potency. So to the old Cornish, the oak is sacred to Tyranner, the thunderer. Now we have pine. I love pine. I do. Of both fiery and airy virtue, of aid to the workings of healing, prosperity, exorcism, protection, wisdom, progress, and the increase of your own personal power. Now we have rowan. So this is a mountain ash. So the mountain ash is of a fiery virtue, and of aid to the rites of Candlemas, and to workings of quickening, conjuring visions, lifting curses, and the influence of ill wishes from people and cattle. A walking staff of rowan provides protection from evil whilst journeying. It is seriously so windy outside. I was on the lawnmower, and I thought it was going to blow off. So yeah, it did a number on my hair. Now we have willow. And I posted this for my very, very dear friend. She just had a baby, and her name's Willow. And so I had to post this for her yesterday. So willow is of a watery virtue. The willow is of aid to rites and workings of the moon, emotional healing, love, fertility, and intuition. Yeah, I thought it was so sweet. It was so sweet. Now we have yew. The revered yew is watery in virtue. It is of aid to all rites of death mysteries, and cow, atavistic wisdom, transformation, change, and renewal. So now when you're deciding to harvest such wood, it's a good practice to let the tree know that you intend to take a particular branch. So you're going to tie a piece of string around where you intend to make the cut and leave it there for a week or so, letting the tree get used to the idea. Yeah, traditional witchcraft is all about, yes, anything and everything is a spirit, animism, big time. So you do not ever take more than you need, and never attempt to break off a branch. Use a sharp pruning saw to make a clean cut. So I found mine. I think it was just laying in the ground in the woods, and that's the perfect way. It's been alive. It's death, birth. It's birth, it's life, and then its rebirth as your own personal tool. Something beautiful you can create. So, and it doesn't have to be fancy or anything. You can do all kinds of encoded things to make it look really mundane, if you actually are going to go and walk around with a walking stick. So it's best to harvest the branch in the winter, as there will be less sap. So yeah, the sap, that's really, really difficult. Sap is so hard to get off your fingers too, guys. Oh my god. And off when we have pine tree sap, and I wear shorts, and when it's really hot and it gets all over my legs, like the hair on my legs, it literally, I have to ball it up, like roll it in a ball and just yank it out. It hurts. So Drying can take about a year to do properly. Now, the ends should be sealed by dipping them in a pot of hot molten wax, as they will otherwise quickly split. So, just a little bit more on the working tools. With that, I think everybody within traditional witchcraft will be able to do something with. I think that is incredible. I love it. It's amazing. But what do I not love about traditional witchcraft? So yeah, last night for the full moon, the full flower moon, I did something very, very simple, but was very profound. So that's what this is about for me. It's kind of like I'm re-emerging from my craft. I might look like a lunatic right now, but so did Einstein, but I don't care. So yeah, I just took a basic candle, snakeskin, regenerative. It was shedded already. Excuse me. And I got a whole, I gave it its own little bag, so it was really intense. Very, very intense. Just kind of, just doing my, my ritual, my candle ritual, and it was honestly quite powerful. And so it makes me just very happy. I will share that with you guys, my own personal, whatever I did last night, whatever I just said. I am extremely, windblown. It feels like a sunburn, so it's lovely. Ouija sessions will continue tomorrow. Patreon sessions here, I'm going to get you guys done. And that's pretty much it. So, I hope you guys have a good day. I hope you guys have a good weekend. And I will see you all tomorrow. I love you all the way from Venus. Oh my god, I am so sore. All the way back down. So, I will see you guys tomorrow, and I love you all. Everybody stay safe. Have a good weekend. Try to. But yes, I love you all, and thank you guys for watching.